Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be doing the Growing Up event on Pokemon Go. It's a brand new event which started on Friday, May the 2nd, and it's going to go on until May the 7th, so that's around about Wednesday next week, and we get loads of shiny boosted spawns. So we're going to be talking about the event while we are playing it, and hopefully getting some shinies and in fact some hundos as well during the live stream. That'll be very nice. Hey Darkrai fan, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. And it's a little bit different weather today. You've still got nice sunny weather, but it's a little bit breezy, a little bit cooler than it has been over the last few days here in the UK. But hopefully we can still go live for a good couple of hours and try and find ourselves some shinies during this event. Now, extra extra large Swablu, that leads me on to another feature of this event. Extra extra large and extra extra small Pokemon are increased during this event, so you may see those about a lot more often than what you normally do. But shiny Swablu is increased during this event, as well as shiny Magikarp and also shiny Wimpod. So those are the 3 shiny boosted Pokemon. Hopefully we can obtain one of those, or perhaps something else, during the course of today's live stream. Now we have a transfer 10 Pokemon, which we'll get rid of, hatch an egg, and evolve a Pokemon. So evolve a Pokemon is the only event task. We'll keep that in for now. And there is in fact a Mega Houndoom just up here, so we'll try and solo that while we're on the live stream today and see if we can manage to do that. So we'll start heading up to that. And one other nice spawn to see during this event is a Rookidee. Rookidee can't be shiny, but is a very nice wild spawn to have during this event. Hopefully we manage to get a decent Rookidee that we can evolve during this event. That would be ideal if we can. Rocket Balloon. Hopefully it's Key. No, unfortunately not. Believe in me, believe that we can do this solo Mega Houndoom raid. So let me know in the comments below if you did the Mega Kangaskhan raid day yesterday. How did you manage to get on? If you did you manage to get the shiny regional Pokemon Mega Kangaskhan? Of course, out of events, it's only available in Australia, Kangaskhan. So it is a very, very nice one to get shiny if you can. And yesterday was a great time to do so. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. So we're just going to go up and try and solo this Mega Houndoom raid and see if we can take it down by ourselves. Windy weather in game, so we've got Dragon Flying and Psychic boosted. I don't think any of those will really help us against Houndoom. We're going to need Rock potentially to take it down, with it being a fire type, fire and dark of course. Rock seems to be quite a safe bet against it, I would say. Let's see what the team recommends when we jump in, and we'll change it to suit. So not many wild spawns around here, although suppose we're off the beaten track a little bit. Hopefully we'll start seeing more wild spawns after this raid. There is a Wimpod. Another shiny boosted during this event. Invite to a Mega Houndoom? Yeah, sure, why not? We haven't got another one. I was going to try and attempt it solo, but if anybody does want invites instead, then yeah, by all means I can invite you. Just remind me your trainer code below. Not trainer code, trainer name should I say. Remind me of your trainer name below and I'll be sure to invite the right person. No Diglett shiny off a task. Don't think that was an event task. Pokeeter, yeah, I remember you now. So we'll just catch these spawns and then I'll jump in and send you the invite. So I'll jump in now, get ready for the invites. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Invite coming to Pokeheater. There you go, Pokeheater, there you go. It's on its way. So it's recommending fighting types. It has been a long time since I've seen you in the chat, so hopefully you're doing okay. There is Pokeeter. So it is recommending all fighting types, the likes of Lucario, Terrakion, and also Keldeo, which we are slowly working on to try and get to level 50 on our Keldeo, pumping as many Candy XLs into it as we can to try and get over the last few levels. I think I'll ready up here, Pokeeter, if you want to. Don't think anyone else is going to join. Soloed a Mega Pinsir, yeah, that was a while ago, that was. Yeah, we also, more recently, soloed a Mega Kangaskhan, and you can find that video up on my channel. It was by no means an easy solo at all. Definitely go and watch it because the ending of that video is absolutely epic. It is probably one of the most nerve-wracking solos I have ever done. Even going back to when I used to solo Moltres, the normal Kanto Moltres, by myself, it was incredibly difficult to do. Can you invite me? My name is... Unfortunately, we've just gone in, so I don't know if I've got you added already or not, Jace, but let me know if you've already got me on your friends list and I'll invite you to the next one. No worries, hopefully you hop back on soon. So Lucario is taking this down pretty easy. Steel and fighting types resisting what Houndoom has to throw at it, which I think is dark types by the looks of it. Looks like it's running dark type moves for the amount of damage it's doing to us, which is very little. What is Mega Houndoom's charge move? It's obviously hit us with one, I've just not seen it. Crunch, so that's probably why it's recommended Lucario ahead of the likes of the rock types. Crunch not doing much against the steel typing of Lucario, meaning it can last him a lot longer. And then here comes Terrakion. Terrakion a very, very good fighting type, especially with its legacy move, Sacred Sword. Whenever you see Terrakion on raids and it has its legacy move about, definitely worth raiding Terrakion with Sacred Sword. Out of a 3, Virizion, Terrakion and Cobalion, Terrakion is miles ahead of them in terms of a raid attacker. So definitely worth trying and get yourself a decent one of those if you can. And then of course Mega Lucario, one of the only Mega Raid days we had where we had 6 hours of Mega Lucario from 11 AM till 5 PM. It was about. It was an incredible raid day that was. Did well over 100 of them during that raid day. So a pretty easy duo to take down Mega Houndoom. And then of course, it is a chance that it can be shiny. Mega Raids have a 1 in 128 chance of being shiny. Of course, Mega Kangaskhan was 1 in 10 yesterday, with it being part of a raid day. Raid days boost those shiny odds way up to 1 in 10. But normally, Mega Pokemon have a 1 in 128 chance. So we may get lucky and we may get a shiny Houndoom after this. Or maybe even Pokita might get a shiny Houndoom. Let me know in the comments below if you do. So it's pointless watching a CP go down because the CP will completely change when we get to the catch screen. Now let's see, 175 Mega Energy and no shiny Houndoom. Does go to a lovely blue colour when it's shiny. I think this one's a girl. The horns changed slightly from a girl and a boy. I think the boy's got a longer horn than the girl. So I think this one's a girl. But we'll have to just see. Yep, this one is a girl. And it's only a 2-star. So hopefully yours, Pokita, was better than 1461, because that is not a very good one that I've just had. And if we do just go on to Houndour, or Houndoom should I say, you can see there that the Houndoom, the male one, has bigger horns than the female. A lot bigger, in fact, that you can see there. So that is the main difference between the two of them, is the horns do get different sizes. Now let's catch these Pokemon around here after doing that raid and see if we can get any of these shiny boosted Pokemon during this event. Got a couple of Wimpod here and also a couple of Swablu. And also a Nimble, which would be a very nice shiny, although not boosted during this event. Extra small though. Of course, higher chance of getting extra small and extra large during this event. So hopefully we can grab ourselves some shiny extra small or extra large of the shiny boosted Pokemon during this event. There is a huge Swablu, no shiny S down though. Another Nimble. And these Pokemon don't want to stay in the ball. There we go. Toxel is back in eggs, by the way. Yes, it is. Toxel is in 10-kilometer eggs. And not only that, but it will remain in 10-kilometer eggs after the event as well. So that is a really, really good one to get. And of course, in 5-kilometer eggs, which are incredibly hard to obtain, apparently, we may have had a couple during this event. I don't think we have. I think these are all from before. But in 5 kilometre eggs, there is a chance to get Mime Junior as a hatched. So anywhere else in Europe already get Mime Junior. We already get Mr. Mime in Europe. It isn't something that's new to us. But anywhere else in the world, it is a regional. You won't be able to obtain it. You can only get Mr. Mime and therefore Mime Junior in Europe. But for the first time ever, Mime Junior will be available globally during this event in 5 kilometre eggs, which of course you need a bit of a luck to get the 5 kilometre eggs from the Pokestops. When you spin a Pokestop, you can either get a 2, a 5 or a 10 kilometre egg. Hopefully you can get some of those 5s. And I think Mr. Mime, or Mime Junior should I say, is the only thing in the 5 kilometre egg pool. So if you do manage to get some 5 kilometre eggs during this event, you will pretty much be guaranteed to get a Mime Junior. It's just whether it's going to be shiny or not. It does have a 1 in 64 shiny chance. So hopefully, not only can you get a Mime Junior from the eggs, hopefully you can get a shiny one during this event as well. So Magikarp, another boosted shiny during this event. And then we'll start walking up to where the spawns seem to come thick and fast and do the more normal route around where I live. Going back. Back and forth in the chat. Do you have a shiny Dynamax Venusaur? I have a shiny Gigantamax Venusaur, but not a Dynamax one. The shiny Gigantamax Venusaur looks really, really nice. It's a very, very nice shiny indeed. So yeah, if I type in Venusaur, should be able to have a look at that. There it is. The shiny Gigantamax. Looks incredible. Dynamax Venusaur, I don't think I do. Let's just have a look at Bulbasaur. I've got a couple of shinies, but not Dynamax. So no, I haven't got a Dynamax Venusaur shiny, just Gigantamax. So well done if you've managed to get a Dynamax one. I think the shiny odds on these Dynamax are 1 in 512, unless it's something that's shiny boosted anyway, which is the likes of Chansey, for example, is 1 in 64. I'm talking about Mr. Mime, there is one there in the wild. Thanks very much for that last comment. For a third time he's got to go. Yeah, make sure to subscribe, turn on that notification bell as well. Like goal 10. So let's head up to this phalanx. And this is where most of the decent spawns should start coming in. Hopefully we can start grabbing some of these shiny boosted Pokemon. Now of course the likes of Wimpod and Swablu, 2 of the 3 shiny boosted Pokemon that are about, have already had community days in the past. So hopefully you've managed to get those shinies, but of course if you are new to the game, it is a really good chance to try and catch up on getting those shinies now during this event. But the likes of Wimpod has never had a community date, and it is a very, very nice shiny indeed. But all of those 3 do take 400 candies to evolve. So whether you get the shiny or not, it's a really, really good event to build up the candies so that you can actually evolve one of these. Because I know a lot of people with the likes of Magikarp have to have its as its buddy for a very long time, so you can earn the candies from walking 1 kilometre with it each and every time. So to save yourself a lot of walking, you can easily get out during this event and hopefully get enough candies to evolve a Magikarp into Gyarados, or Swablu into Altaria, or in fact Wimpod into Golispod. So let's just click the particles on this one. And we may actually do that phalanx. I think we've got enough particles to do it. Although there is a Drilbur down there, that's quite a nice one. We may do the Drilbur instead. Of all the Pokemon, we might as well do that for a challenge. And see what it rewards us. It should reward us with Wailmer or the 3 boosted shiny Pokemon. So there's 4 encounters it could be from these research tasks. If you get Trader Pokemon, that is guaranteed to be Tandemaus. So let's have a look what we get here. Wimpod, no shiny, we'll catch it later. And Magikarp, no shiny. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice results from Kangaskhan. I think I managed to get 4 shinies yesterday in 29 raids. And then we already got the Hundo before. We got 2 Hundos from before, but I ended up getting a 3rd Hundo yesterday as well. So it was very nice. It's a shame that Hundo one wasn't shiny. But still, very nice to get 3 Hundo Kangaskhan's in total. And I think we're shiny Kangaskhan now. Let me just have a look. I definitely had some before, so let's just have a look and see what we are now on with Kangaskhan. We've got 9 in total. So the best one I've got is a 96 IV. And we've actually ended up getting that twice. We've had a 96 from a trade, and we've had a 96 from a raid. So very, very nice indeed. And it is a super cool Pokemon. I do love Kangaskhan. Of course, one of the original Gen 1 Pokemon, and it's a regional, which is very hard to obtain unless you live in the likes of Australia. Blackcurrant, Kabutops, Red Stripe Basket and Goodria. Very, very nice indeed. Very nice collection you've got yourself there. Huge Wailmer, virtually headbutting my screen when we clicked on it. Nimble. Definitely a shiny I want to try and get from this event is Nimble. That's awesome. I'll have to check your channel out after the live stream is finished. I'll check your channel out and I'll subscribe to you. Yeah, that's awesome. Definitely worth doing if you love doing it. Hey, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. Hopefully you're doing okay on this lovely Sunday here in the UK, at least anyway. Hopefully it's as nice a weather as where you are. Let's just change the brightness here, because for some reason my phone keeps going very, very dull. So let's just turn that auto brightness off. Hopefully that will stop it from doing it. Huge cutie fly. I always find myself catching Noibatty, although it's had a community today. It still seems to be quite a rare spawn in the wild. Always something I end up catching. So let's get in range of this Drillbur Dynamax and take down this. A little bit of a sit down while we do it as well. I might go into any Go Fest. I don't think I'm going to any in-person Go Fest, unfortunately, not this year. Hopefully next year I might be able to go to them. Doing Jersey in New York, that's cool. That is very, very cool indeed. I was hoping to go to Paris this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be another year where I don't manage to get to one, other than the global one, of course. But I did go to the London one a couple of years ago in 2023. That was a very, very cool event. So hopefully we can get to some more in the next couple of years. Can you please give me a shout out? Hey Hem, Yabba, how are you? I think we always tend to have a Go Fest at around New York, that sort of area. We've had one for a couple of years now, haven't we? Hey Victor, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. We won't do a bonus awards. No shiny. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thanks very much for joining the live stream and getting involved in the comments. Much appreciated. Yeah, we've always done one for quite a couple of years there. If not a Go Fest, they've always tend to do another event like a Go Tour or a Safari Zone as well. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Double tap on the screen, like the video, would be very much appreciated. And also hit that subscribe button if you are new as well. And get involved in the comments down below. What do you think of this growing up event so far? Are you liking it? Managing to get some candies for his 400 evolution Pokemon. Hoping to get some shinies as well while we're live on stream. That'll be very, very cool if we do. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look on the Go Fest live stream that you do. I'll definitely tune in. I'll let you know in the comments when I'm there. Thanks so much for joining. Can you please friend me? If anybody wants to add me, I've got a couple of friend spaces available. So take a screenshot of that trainer code now and send me an invite. Let me know that you've sent me an invite in the comments down below, and then I will add you. So make sure to take a screenshot of that now if you haven't already. So, Drillbur done, Dynamax Drillbur. Let's go for another little walk and see what spawns we get, and we might as well do our daily adventure incense as well. So let's see what this brings us for the next half an hour. Hey Timothy, how are you? Thanks very much for joining. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. tiny Wimpod. I'm hoping to some different size shinies during this live stream. It would be very cool to get an extra large or extra small shiny. And this is definitely an event to do it in. Tyrant. I do love the fossil Pokemon. Probably one of my favourite sets to try and complete when me cards came out back in 1999. I remember that. Getting on a bit now. Lickitung spawn, but Fungus is just underneath it, so we can't click on the Lickitung. And again, Fungus is there. Move out of the way, Fungus. Just getting to the Lickitung in time, I think, before it despawned. So it was actually brilliant. I've just had that come through. I will accept that now. So it was actually this time last week during the Vanillite Community Day that we had a shiny Galarian bird from the Daily Adventure Incense, the first one I've ever managed to obtain, and we managed to get it during the Vanillite Community Day last week, which was absolutely insane. And it did take us over 3 minutes to catch it, a shiny Galarian Articuno. And hopefully, a week on, we can hopefully encounter another one today. That would be cool if we do. Thanks so much. I will get you added in just a second. Let's get you added right now before I forget. So if anyone else does want to add me, again, the trainer code is there. Take a screenshot of it as quickly as you can and add me and let me know in the comments below that you've added me, and I'll accept you while we're live. Tiny Cutify, an absolute speck when it's tiny. So if you are new to the channel and you don't already know the live timetable when I go live during the week, I always go live during Max Monday, which is of course tomorrow, 6 PM till 7 PM UK time, and then also on Spotlight Hour, which is on Tuesday, again 6 PM till 7 PM, or just before 6 till 7 PM, and then we try and go live on the weekend as well, like we have done today, midday on either Saturday or Sunday, but it all depends on events. So I am a Pokemon Go ambassador, so I have to be in charge of the local community that I run and host events with. So if we are an event-filled weekend, unfortunately I won't be able to go live, but like today where there's no real event on other than the Growing Up event, then we have got some time to go live. So the weekends will pretty much be hit and miss, but we're definitely live on a Monday and Tuesday, so please look out for that. Hey Jasper, how are you? Can't wait to get 50 subs on my own account. I like to play Pokemon Go. Also, make sure to go check his account out if you haven't already. Let's support our fellow Pokemon Go players. I think the first few subscribers are always slow to get off the mark, but after that it soon picks up the pace when you've got quite a few. power Pokemon 5 times. We'll keep those for now. They may be the shiny boosted Pokemon. So we'll keep those for now, see if we can get another one in. So we can do 3 in 1. So the buddy that I'm currently walking around with is shiny Metagross, and for very, very good reason. If you've not yet seen the YouTube short video, I did a lucky trade after raid hour, after the Cresselia raid hour on Wednesday, and we ended up getting a Shundo. So a Shundo Metagross. Let's type in 4-star, not just 4. 4-star there. You can see there a Shundo Metagross from a lucky trade. So what's commonly known as a Slundo. A Shundo lucky Metagross. A very, very cool Pokemon to get. And of course it does have a Mega Evolution, which is yet to be released on the game. I cannot wait for that Mega Evolution to come out now. It is going to be absolutely amazing. Do you have any Gigantamax? I do have quite a lot of Gigantamax yet. My best Pokemon is a 3000 CP Gyarados. That is awesome. Hopefully you can get some more candies for it during this event as well. But that is my 12th Shundo that I've managed to get so far in the game. And quite a few of them have been from lucky trades. 2 from raids. And a couple randomly in the wild, which is very cool. Gigantamax only are about during certain events. So the next Gigantamax event we've got is Gigantamax Machamp, which is the end of May, around about the 24th, 25th, I think. It's that weekend anyway. The last weekend in May is the Machamp Gigantamax event. I'm already packed for Go Fest. Definitely worth being prepared for a big event like that. If you're going to one of the Go Fests, definitely worth getting everything sorted and prepared so it's not a last minute rush. But Gigantamax wise, so far, what we've managed to get. So we've managed to get 83 Gigantamax so far, and I haven't deleted any of them. In fact, I've pretty much kept every single one I've done just because of trades. So we can hopefully trade like for like on a lucky, let's say. But shiny wise, Gigantamax, I've managed to get 10 in 83, which isn't too bad really. 10 shinies, quite a few Gengars there. I only managed to get 1 Gengar by myself. The others have been traded to me. I did manage to get 3 shiny Lapras, but I traded one of those for a Gengar. And we got 2 shiny Snorlaxes, which one of those also got traded for a Gengar. So very, very nice luck with the Gigantamaxes so far. Hopefully you can get some soon when the next lot of Gigantamaxes come about. They are very difficult to take down though, so you will have to try and team up with your local community if you've got one, and that will hopefully help you take those down. Yeah, Go Fest is going to be absolutely epic this year, I'm sure. With all the surrounding talk about the hyper train as well, and bottle caps being added to the game. So potentially any 98s that you've got in your storage, and even maybe anything like a 93 IV, you could perhaps turn into a hundo. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works. It's all unconfirmed at the moment. It's just stuff that's been found in the game code. So it is going to be very interesting to see how that works. I have quite a few 98 shiny Gengars, which I would love to get to a Shundo. But are we going to be allowed to use them on shiny Pokemon? We'll have to wait and see. But hopefully you'll have a great time in New York with a Go Fest there. And I'll definitely tune into your live stream. Gigalith, that's a nice one to get. Quite a decent rock type Gigalifters, especially if it's got its Community Day move, which was Meteor Beam, I think it was. Something along those lines. Nice one to get. Tiny Wimpod, hoping for a shiny one. Still nothing sparkled for us so far. And there's also a Shadow Regirock up there, which is the current Shadow Raid boss during the weekends in May. I'd really like to get a shiny one of those as well during this month sometime, but it does have to be, I think it's durable, although it would use quite a lot of your purified gems to try and take it down. So it's probably best in a group of about 3 or 4, just so you're not using so many purified gems and therefore having to do loads of rockets to get them back. Hey, welcome back. Machamp off a daily adventure. Something quite nostalgic about Machamp. I do like Machamp as a Pokemon. And of course it does have a Gigantamax coming out very soon, which I'm looking forward to. Virtually looks like a normal Machamp which has been dipped in lava. But I bet the shiny one will look absolutely epic if it keeps that green colouring. Nimble. No shiny. Managed to hit the X and throws this event, which is decent. One major thing in this event as well is, of course, we have the shiny boosted Pokemon, we have all the spawns at a 400 XP, 400 candy to evolve, but we also have 2 times evolution XP. So normally when you evolve a Pokemon, it is 1000 XP guaranteed for each evolution. If you evolve it during this event, you'll be able to get 2000 XP per evolution, and if you evolve it with a lucky egg on during this event, you get 4000 XP per evolution, which is absolutely insane amount of XP. And I sat the other day and put a lucky egg on for around about half an hour and evolved nearly 300 things on the game. About an hour, sorry. I put a lucky egg on for, not half an hour. I did do raw time for a little bit as well. So yeah, about an hour, I evolved around about 300 things and had over 1 million XP because of that. So it is a very, very good way to get XP during this event, if you have the candy to evolve stuff, of course. So we need to collect some more particles as well today, which is a couple more power spots down here, I believe. They haven't come into view yet, but we will be. One there with a Wooloo. It's done that weird glitch again where you can't rotate the screen around. If it does do that, just click on your buddy, interact with your buddy, and then just back out, and it will fix that glitch for you. Saves you having to restart the game every time it does it. Wimpod, no shiny. Ball brooch off a daily, that's a bit of a weird spawn. I've seen one of those about for a while. So, have we managed to pick up any Houndoos today so far? Unfortunately not. I solo raided a Gabite and almost got a Houndoo. It's 1000. That's awesome. Is Shadow Marowak good for anything? I don't think so. I think it's just a nice one to have, more so than it being good for anything. It's probably gets outdone by other Pokemon of the same typing. My microphone's just come off, so I'll just have to fix that in just a second. But yeah, so it's not a massive one to get, or to power up, should I say. It's just a nice one to have. I do quite like Marowak as a Pokemon, especially the Alolan Marowak. I really do like that one. With its spinning toothpick or ear pick. Virtually looks like it's got a spinning cotton bud in its hand. car coming down, so we'll just wait for that. And while we do, we'll just fix this microphone. So just bear with me just a second while we clip this back on. There we go. Sorry if that made you dizzy, flipping my phone upside down. No shiny wind pod. Again, still not sparkling for us this event. Well, this live stream, should I say. Welcome back, Darkrai, love it. So 13 minutes left on the daily. Hopefully around about 20 more spawns. Get one probably roughly every 40 seconds on the daily. Do you pin like goals? Don't know what you quite mean by that. Don't know if you've made a mistake there in typing that. Do you mean GIFs? Do I pin GIFs? Oh, like goal 10. Yeah, so I haven't really got around to doing that yet. Definitely need to look a bit more into that. I don't know if I can do that on my phone while I'm YouTube living. Not too sure. Yeah, I don't think I could do it while I'm on the phone, unfortunately. Won't seemingly let me do it. Yeah, it hasn't let me do it, unfortunately. I think it's because it's overwriting the top of Pokemon. So I think it prioritises a Pokemon screen instead. Yeah, I don't have a chat phone, yeah, unfortunately. I do need to come out with a second phone so I can do that on the chat. Yeah, that's why. I learned how to auto catch you a day. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Do you have any Lucarios? I've got one. I've got quite a few Lucarios yet. I think I've got 2 or 3 Houndoos as well. Let me check that for just a moment. Yeah, I'll definitely come out with another phone next time, and so I can do that stuff. Let's type in Lucario and go. So Hundo wise, let's type in 4-star. There you go. So we've got 2 Hundo Lucarios. One's, I think, are both from trades. Yeah, obtained in a trade, and obtained in a trade, of course, because it's lucky. So one went lucky and one didn't, and both of them are Hundos. So very, very cool to have 2 Hundo Lucarios. And we've managed to get quite a few shinies. Of course, it's had a mega raid day, and of course, we've had Riolu hatch day before in the past. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. I'll definitely bear that in mind for future. I think I've had it before in the past where I've tried to come out with a second phone, and with me doing the live stream and having the hotspot on at the same time, it just doesn't like it. So I'll have to try it again. Hey, good morning, or good afternoon if you're in the UK or anywhere else in the afternoon. Thanks very much for joining. Magikarp, no shiny. It is a very, very cool shiny Magikarp when it goes gold. I think if anybody remembers playing the old classic games with the likes of Magikarp and Gyarados, I think it also happened in Pokemon Let's Go, but you end up with that lake where there's a random Gyarados in the middle of it, and if you keep resetting it, you'll end up getting a shiny one eventually. But you have to save that Gyarados in the middle of that lake. I don't know if anyone else can remember that. I have very good memories of that. And then obviously the Snorlax on a bridge where you have to play the Pokemon flute with as well. Loads of people tuning in from loads of different locations around the world today. That's amazing to see. Only 8 AM. I'm guessing you're in the States. Normally around about 4 hours behind us. The likes of Florida and stuff like that are. And then obviously further along you go, the more we end up behind us. So how many more gems can we collect today? We've got 260, so we can collect these two from these two power spots and then collect the walking ones, and that will give us a maximum that we can collect today. Still no shiny Wimpod today. That is slightly annoying. Swablu, no Wimpod, off a daily, no shiny again. Let's go do a loop around here, which what used to be an old quarry, it's now a nature reserve. Quite a nice little loop. It normally gets quite a few spawns as well around here, especially during the likes of community days or spotlight hours. Gets very, very spawn heavy down here when there's those increased spawns. Will this be the place where we get our first shiny today? Dedenne is a nice shiny as well. Goes virtually to a sunburnt Dedenne when it goes shiny. Very much a browny colour. Stone Journey, UK exclusive Pokemon, got released last year. Isn't available shiny yet at the moment, but it will be super cool when that does. So that should be the particles collected from today. We can only collect 20 more, which means we'll collect those walking ones, and that will give us a maximum that we can collect today. Tiny whale. And it's another fungus underneath it. Only saw the red bit. I thought it may be a Magikarp, but it was a fungus. So let me know, out of the 3 shiny boosted Pokemon that are currently about during this event, we have Swablu, Magikarp, and of course Wimpod. Which one is your favourite out of those 3? Which one are you most wanting shiny during this event? Let me know in the comments down below. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any comments at the moment, so let me just see if I can fix that. I'll disable turning back on. Someone can just drop a comment down below and I can see if it's working or not. Doesn't seem to be working at the moment, the comments. Let's see if we can interact with this gym from here. We may even be able to add on this gym. So what shall we add on this gym? What's our most recent shiny? Let's try again. Completely missed out on adding anything on there. Let's go shiny on the search. We might as well put a shiny Kangaskhan up, being that no one else has. Nice little shiny Kangaskhan hidden behind the huge Rhyperior, taking up most of the gym. What a big Pokemon on that gym. So the comments still don't seem to be working at this moment in time, which is a little bit annoying. Let's just see if we can get one last spawn on the daily adventure incense, and we'll see if we can fix that. Let's just head down here to see if we can get one last spawn on this incense. Maybe the glaring bird. Any incense spawn? We got a fungus. That wasn't really worth it, was it? A fungus, non-shiny fungus off a daily adventure for the last spawn. Right, so let's just take a bit of time just to sort these few technical problems that we've got. Hopefully find a solution for these comments as well. May just have to disable comments and then turn them back on and see if that fixes it. Let's just do that now. So I've just disabled them and turned them back on. If somebody can comment down below and see if that works, that'll be brilliant. Huge Rookity. I'm loving the extra large and extra small Pokemon this event. 12k egg, what's it going to be? Vullaby. Not too bad, but still something that we don't really need a Houndoom nor a shiny one of. And it's neither. Let's stick one of those 5km eggs in. So rather annoying with these comments. They have just completely stopped working all of a sudden. So I've just paused the live stream to see if that works. Rather annoying, that is. After an hour of a live stream, the comments have just completely stopped working, which is very, very annoying. So I don't think I've got any access to any comments. It may come back in just a moment, but at the moment I don't think I've got any access to any comments, which is very annoying. What we could do is we could end the live stream and go live again, see if that works. Let's see if we can do that. Don't want to do a live stream when we've got no comments. That pretty much sucks. So let's just end the live stream that we've currently got going on. We'll restart the live stream and hopefully the comments will then work. So just bear with me, tune in on the next live stream in just a second while I just fix these last few technical problems. So just bear with me just a second.